On the list of the 10 largest cities in the United States is the Texas state capital, Austin, Texas. And by 2030, Austin is projected to be the third largest city in the United States. If you didn't already know this, Austin has experienced a tremendous growth in population due to the job opportunities, the city's overall appeal, and for those of you that are moving out of state into Texas, what you guys would consider a more affordable lifestyle. Now, just like some of you that have relocated to the Austin area or considering relocating to the Austin area, I myself have relocated my family to the Austin area, and I'll share that story with you. But before I do, I wanted to start with a quick introduction. So my name is Ligaya Thompson. I am with Thompson Real Estate Group. I'm a real estate agent in the Austin, Texas area, but first and foremost, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I am a believer in building and creating the lifestyle that you want. Now, I'll share with you how I came to Austin. So like I said, I relocated here from another city. I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I was raised on the south side of Houston. I've lived there my whole life. And prior to me moving to Austin, which was in 2018, I was actually working in the technology industry. So I have a lot of experience in sales and marketing, and I worked for a major tech organization. And back in 2018, the opportunity presented itself for me to take a job promotion and come to the Austin area. Now, as much as I love Houston, because I am a big Houston fan, I love my Astros. I actually got proposed to at Minute Maid Park. But as much as I love Houston, I was always fancying the idea of relocating to another city. It just had to make sense because, like I said, I am a mom. I have 4 kids, and I couldn't just pick any city. It really did have to make sense for me to go out there. So with me being in the tech industry back in 2018, when I took this opportunity, I thought it would be a great opportunity because at the time there was a lot of talk about Austin and how the city's really growing, and it's a big tech hub, and it's going to be the next Silicon Valley of Texas. So the opportunities were great. And on top of that, I heard it was a really great place to raise a family. So I took the opportunity. My husband and I, we relocated, me, him, and the 4 kids to the Austin area. And that's how I ended up in the Austin market. And we really like it. It's been a change of pace for us, the scenery, I love the hills everywhere. If you know anything about Houston, it's a very flat city. It's a very humid city too. So the weather out here is beautiful. The lakes are beautiful. There's a lot of outdoor things you can do. The music scene here is great. We have ACL. We have South by Southwest. That's also a big international festival. And then if you are in the technology industry like I was, there's a lot of opportunity out here for jobs.
And we chose to live in Northwest Austin because it's still a very hill country-like vibe within a 15-minute drive to areas like the Domain. We really like the schools that our kids were going to be zoned to, and there were a lot of other really nice neighborhoods in the area. You're also within 10 minutes of Lake Travis that has a lot of different marinas and is a really fun place to hang out at during the summertime. And you're close to the Oasis, which is a popular tourist destination that has some of the best views that you'll catch on Lake Travis.
So that's what brought me to Austin, right? But what got me into real estate is a completely different story. So let's rewind a little bit more. Back to like 2010 when we only had 3 kids at the time. And him and I were young parents, but we were renting an apartment and we were at that point where it was time for us to renew our lease. So we were looking at other options, where to go, if we're going to renew our lease and stay in this little apartment, or what are we going to do? And I didn't like what I was seeing, and I also just didn't want to rent anymore. I didn't know anything about the home buying process, and if it was even something that him and I could do. But I did express that to him, and I was just like, hey, I don't want to rent because 1, it's not ours. So we're paying for something, we're putting money down that we'll never see again. It's not growing, it's not doing anything for us, it's growing someone else's pockets. And we ended up purchasing a home in a master planned community in the suburbs outside of Houston. Now, the home that we purchased was under market value. It was a good home. The bones were good. Nothing was wrong structurally. But the homeowner didn't do any kind of upgrades to the property. So we did do a complete remodel. And we did the complete remodel because, we just wanted to. We didn't have to, but we were like, yeah, we're going to just do that before we move in. That way we don't have to worry about doing that while we're living in the property. What we didn't realize what we were doing though is forcing appreciation into our property. So what ended up happening was once all was said and done and we moved into the property, we looked at how much we spent in remodels versus how much we purchased the home for compared to what it was worth after we put all the remodels into it. And that opened our eyes to real estate and how you can really create wealth through real estate. So long story short, we got into real estate investing. We started purchasing property. We started buying rental property in the Houston area. We flipped property. We've done tax foreclosures and we flipped tax foreclosures. We flipped land. We own land free and clear in multiple cities, and we're just kind of sitting on it just to decide what we want to do next with it. But that was our journey into real estate, and that turned into me getting my license full time. But let's go back to 2018 when I took this job promotion, and I expected to feel refreshed and energized and excited about the job. But little did I know, my days were numbered there. Not because the job didn't want me, but because I didn't want that job anymore. I liked the tech industry. I wasn't passionate about it. And, I came to Austin, like, one, to change up the scenery for my family, but two, for the job opportunity. And then I slowly started to realize the job is not where I wanted to be anymore. So my husband and I, we talked about it and we prayed on it. And after a lot of thinking, I was like, I want to leave tech, but I don't know where I want to go next. And it all pointed down to real estate. It's something that I've always been passionate about, him and I together. He's also an agent, by the way. He works in the Austin and Houston market. But it came down to, like, this is what we're passionate about. This is what I'm passionate about. So I decided to leave my corporate career in technology and go into real estate full time. I became a licensed agent in 2020, and from there, the rest is history. So what I do for my clients today, it's really important to me that you guys are happy with your decision, because it's an emotional decision and it's a big decision. And, these are big assets that we're handling. So, I don't take my position lightly. I want to make sure that all of my clients know that I'm here for them, that I'll fight for them, that I'll always have their back, and I'll always have their best interest. And so if you are looking to buy or sell in the Austin market, or if you're even interested in investing, you've really come to the right place. I hope you're going to find that this channel will give you the information you need to really understand the city a little bit better, because relocating from another city, especially a city as big as a city like Houston to a city like Austin, there is a lot of differences. There's a lot of cultural differences. There's a lot of different dynamics to the city. If you want to learn and talk a little bit more about it, all of my contact information is listed on the links below in my channel. You can feel free to reach out to me and schedule a quick call with me. Or if you just want to explore a little bit more on my channel, then go ahead and keep exploring a little bit more on my channel until you're ready to make a decision and make the next step. But I hope what you find here is useful, and I hope to hear from you in the future.